won't hold us back, raising awareness through every track. All-Star PD Sportscast on the rise, shouting loud, reaching the skies. Can't stop, won't stop, our game is strong, fighting Parkinson's all day long.
Welcome everyone back to another really high climbing, exciting episode of the All-Star PD Sportscast. I'm Sharon George from togetherforsharon.com. And of course, this show wouldn't be possible without my good close friend and brother in advocacy, Tim Lockhart. I just wanted to say, as you know, it's just a pleasure to even get this time to advocate together. And this show is where we discuss the world of sports and slowing the progression of Parkinson's disease. So I want to welcome you, our amazing audience, this community, and send the show to Tim.
What is shaking, guys? Listen, this is going to be a cool episode because I don't think people realize that when you look into some of the things that could really truly help you with Parkinson's as far as sports go, there are certain things that jump out at you and you're like, really? And this is one of them. So I'm so excited to hear about this story. And this is such a great guest. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, thanks. And now as we get the drum roll, which sometime we'll have to figure out how to add that in, but I want to welcome you, Molly, to the show. You've been not only a supporter of mine and a friend, but someone who I admire, literally look up to because you're like climbing all, and I always joke with her because my wife and I went once in Fort Lauderdale, and I thought I'm pretty strong, work out my whole life, even if I have injuries. I couldn't last a minute on a fake indoor rock climbing. My wife was actually like Spider-Man climbing all, and we want to take the kids, but I'm worried they won't be able to do it. But what in a way happily shocked me was that you can have someone literally battling Parkinson's
Yeah.
and it doesn't stop them. They're like, I mean, I'll let you do the magic, but this is a topic and something that just really is what this show's about. So
Yeah.
welcome, Molly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Excited to be back on here with you.
Thanks. I was wondering if you could start us off by telling everyone a little bit about yourself and all the work you're doing, and especially upending Parkinson's.
Yeah, I was the director of a climbing gym about 2 years ago. I was there for 17 years. And while I was there, I met somebody with Parkinson's and we decided to do lessons together. And those lessons turned into something super helpful for him. And it made a lot of sense why it was helping him. And so we started to grow a group kind of informally at that gym, which is in Virginia at Sport Rock Climbing Centers. And we had a free Thursday session at the time and started putting a few advertisements out, grew a little bit. And then, I mean, it's grown from there. I didn't make it a nonprofit until 2022. And I met that person with Parkinson's in 2012. And so it was quite a few years before I made it a nonprofit. And that's when we started to expand to other locations. And now we are at 77 locations and well over 1,000 people participating in the programs and 700 volunteers, and it's going really well.
Now, Molly, can I ask you when you dive into the Parkinson's world? I mean, obviously you love climbing, but when you see that this is going to be helpful in the Parkinson's sense, is there any kind of research that gets done there as far as like what symptoms it could help? I mean, things to avoid. I'm sure everybody's harnessed in, so I mean, I'm sure it helps with balance and stuff like that. But what do you see it helping, and what are the things you stay away from it? And like what did you research before you got into it regarding Parkinson's, I should say?
Yeah, I think before getting into it, at a bigger scale at least, I more or less looked at what types of exercises and what they were recommending for Parkinson's, specifically big and loud, that's obviously covered by insurance. And a lot of the movements that they were doing in that were movements you make in rock climbing. And then looking into a few other things, looking into, how much strength you have to have while you climb, the mobility you use, the balance, you're on your toes. And I really thought it would be super helpful. Then the research that we've done is a study with, I'm forgetting right now, 28 participants, I think it was. And since it hasn't really been extensively studied, I kind of took the broad approach of looking at like a lot of different outcome measures. And we found that it really helped everything we pretty much looked at, with the exception of grip strength, which was kind of interesting because it's climbing and
Oh
you
yeah.
think obviously grip strength. I mean, it didn't really go down, but it wasn't a significant change. Could because people's hands were tired from climbing, all the climbing they
I'm
were
sure.
doing. You know, I should have known better because when I do the grip strength test myself, it's never very good, and I rock climb all the time. So I'm like, well, I probably should have known not to correlate the two. But we found that it helped really everyday things. We did like walking while carrying, like if you were walking and carrying groceries, walking while looking, some dual task stuff. We did step up onto a stair and back down, mobility, the time T test. We did reaction time test,
Wow.
and everything showed significant results. It's hard. We'd have to have a lot more studies to really show what it helps.
Sure.
The climbers I work with tell me a whole bunch of different things, including like voice, which I thought is really interesting. And typing is something I hear a lot from people.
Wow.
Clarity of the brain, the people that come and climb and
Cognitive.
yeah, and still work and stuff. They say that that helps tremendously for them to think more clearly. For sure, anxiety, depression, those things, apathy.
Well,
Um,
that's a good question or a good comment because with me, I'm very big on mental health, and I think that there's something to be said for like starting a project and ending it, and starting a mountain or a wall or getting to the end of it. I think it's a sense of completion, there's a sense of empowerment. Do you find that with the patients you work with?
yeah, I think climbing lends itself to that sort of feeling for everybody who rock climbs. It's a very empowering sport. It's why we tend to put a lot of kids in it. George, you were saying you want to bring your kids. It's great for kids because it's just you do and the wall, and you're the one who did that. Nobody else did it
Right.
for you. You did it for yourself, and something about doing something you didn't think you could do that just makes you feel so good. And even if it's not to the top, a lot of people come in and think they can't get off the ground. And then it's when they see themselves do something, it's always more than they think they can, every single time. I don't think a single person has come in and did worse than they thought they would do.
Yeah, it's one thing I'm admire big time beyond even this show is the reason you do this, and also what you do this for is the community, but the national international really attention. I've never seen this was like a year ago or even closer than when we met, but just to be able to cover like Leslie Stahl, I had the honor to meet her, but it was kind of quick conversation. She wasn't as fascinated in what I was saying, but what I'm amazed is that you were able to literally capture the tension. I think one of the
Yeah.
biggest parts of what we do, and even just, I want a cure. Like, I don't want Tim to have to do this anymore. I don't want to keep thinking, unfortunately, of the tougher times of my mother. Rather stop today, but I can't because I don't, again, I don't want, everyone out there have to do this. So, how did you capture, and you might not have an answer. This show I love because it's not always a right or wrong answer, but how did you manage to just, I feel like this is one of those not going viral, but so important that came out of nowhere, but in a way, in a positive way, shocked everyone. Because again, you picture someone, and Tim can, talk, but I can picture my mother. If I said rock climbing, mom, she was like smacking.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid of heights too, so
But to have like, and again, I don't think, I hope everyone, again, go to upendingparkinsons.org, will share it. I don't know if people understand the power of the work you're doing and the lives you're changing and such a huge impact. You said it's like 70, but I feel like it's going again worldwide. So I'm just curious, what was that magic? Because everyone needs that because awareness, the lack of awareness has been really changed for the better because of the work you're doing.
Yeah. First of all, I just want to say a lot of people are scared of heights. I think that's normal. And our second and third, or maybe third and fourth climber that we had working with us are both petrified of heights, and Vivek still comes and climbs with us all the time. And he talks about that a lot and same, I'm actually afraid of heights. It takes like a step at a time. And if I take some time off and get back to it, it takes me a day or two or a
yes.
few climbs to start feeling like, okay, I cannot panic when I'm at the top of the
Right.
wall or halfway up or, even just tied and start climbing and start panicking. So it's super normal. And a lot of people are afraid. And it kind of helps you not get over that fear, but like you can work through it.
Yeah, sure.
Um, and then I think the reason it caught a lot of attention is because, like you just said, George, like people think that sounds crazy, right? And it does. And as it's grown, it's we have so many people in our group. Like we have 90-year-olds in our group, several 90-year-olds who climb with us. We have people who are like 35 years into their diagnosis, like people who use, wheelchairs most of the day or walkers or have dementia. And just the more people that come in and try and are successful in whatever that means for them, I think the more attention it gets because it's like surprising to people. And where I started it in Virginia now, we actually have some of the neurologists recommend, well, a lot of them recommend it to people, but they're actually recommending it to people who can't do other forms of exercise because of something. Because you have the rope and harness, so it's actually really rather safe.
Yeah.
And it's not really high impact, so it's kind of hard to hurt yourself. You'll have to actually pull so hard that you hurt yourself, like you have to hurt yourself, which is kind of hard to do. And so yeah, we have a woman who came the other day and she said, my neurologist told me since I can't really move my left wrist very well and I can't do boxing and I can't do a number of other things, I should try climbing. And it worked for her. So I think that's a big thing. And then the
Well,
Leslie
no, yeah, I
Stahl.
was gonna say I would also imagine it's a lot of everything because it's small steps, big steps. It's different ranges of movement. It's using your brain. It's cognitive. It's kind of encompassing everything that presents challenges to somebody like myself. You know.
If we had
Absolutely.
if we had the budget, I think our next show would be Tim up there. We would have a live show and we all three of us together and we would
Uh,
all be
I'll just make an AI video.
How cool would that be?
almost some,
Yeah, and we got that's why I think we have a lot of media attention. I mean, I'm very passionate about it, obviously, but you're also very passionate about what you do. But I think that helps, and then just the supporters, the people that are climbers, they do a lot of the outreach for things we get in the media. Honestly, it's not me, it's them doing the outreach, telling, I have Parkinson's, I do this, you need to do a story on this.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a whole community together, but I just find it, and that's what the show's about. Someone out there doesn't even know you can still do things, even if your body and mind might be saying, stay home, like my mother. But there are things out there, and that's what I just dream and hope for the show that even one person listening now knows they can actually rock climb and even just try it if you never know, and you might change your life.
It's a
Yeah,
sense of empowerment. It's pretty amazing. Listen, the first step's always the hardest, right?
that's right. Yep. Yep.
I guess at this moment, I just want to quickly, and again, we'll incorporate a lot more, share something very important I know to you and of course to us today and always is please go visit upendingparkinson.org. We'll share the link. This is where you can learn a lot more. You can volunteer. You can also support Upending and all the work Molly's doing. I don't know if there's any areas you wanted to just kind of touch on. This is my favorite, the today's show will mute it if I can, but at least they can, everyone can look a little as we continue to talk. But, anything you would like everyone, the listeners to know about the website or how to support the work you're doing?
I mean, there's a link for emails on there in a couple spots, so anyone's always welcome to reach out. It's either Molly at upendingparkinsons.org, and I'm happy to answer questions. And then, yeah, the donate button. We're a nonprofit that's run fully on donations, which is pretty cool. And all of our programs are not free yet. That would be the goal, We have 25 of our 77 are free, and the rest of them are all discounted, which is great. But I would really love them all to be free.
Molly, the last question that I would have for you is somebody with Parkinson's like myself, the thing that helped me the most was when I found a sense of community, because there's something to be said for speaking to somebody who has the same symptoms as you do, because there's a believability there. You trust them as far as their advice and things to try. Talk to me about the sense of community that you have there. I mean, do you have just people with Parkinson's, like Parkinson's only climbing classes? Like, what's the feedback been as far as the community aspect of what you do?
Yeah, the community. So if you asked any climber in our entire program what their favorite thing was, they would all say the community, for sure. That would be the number one thing. And I think it's possibly the most important part of it. Obviously, you're getting all the other benefits of that. But I think the community is so big important with Parkinson's, like maybe the most important thing. And with climbing specifically, so climbing is a very community oriented sport. If you go to any climbing gym website, they're going to talk about their community and how their community is the best community. But really, all of the climbing gym communities are awesome. I've climbed at so many gyms that it's a huge community sport. It's not like you're going to the gym weightlifting, right? Like
Right.
everybody's hanging out, socializing, and the climbers everybody who climbs loves climbing. They're like very passionate about it. It's a very addictive sport. And to see people with Parkinson's come in and climb as like a member of the gym, it's like the best thing ever, because it's
Yeah.
like you want everybody to come climb. And when you see this population coming to climb, it like not only blows people's minds, but it gets them so excited because
Yeah.
you want everybody to experience what you experience with climbing.
Motivating.
And
Yeah.
so it's become like, yes, there are a ton of people with Parkinson's who climb together, but it's not like they have the gym to themselves, right? Like everybody's in the gym. The people, when they walk in, the people at the front desk know them. The other climbers in the gym, I often get emails saying so and so made it to the top after 2 months of trying, and the whole gym started applauding. Like, and that's just
I love
the
that.
way it is. There's a lot of cheering in climbing. Like, not, like random strangers will start cheering for people. If anyone sees anybody working hard, it's like a cool thing to watch, and everybody will stop what they're doing and watch. And then I mentioned how many volunteers we have. We have a really high ratio of volunteers to climbers in our programs. We say 1 to 3, but really some of the programs are like 2 volunteers to 1 climber. And so the volunteers love it. Like, they don't have to come. The reason it's 2 to 1 is because they all want to come no matter
They
how
want to
many
be there.
climbers show
Yeah.
up. They love it too. And everybody becomes friends with each other. It's not like a volunteering climber. Like, they hang out outside of the climbing gym.
Right.
I talk about it a lot, but I had like, I don't know, 10 of them at my wedding, and I didn't have a huge wedding, they were like, they're my friends. And it's not just me, right? That's every volunteer feels that way. So it's a really cool community.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate your time. Also, something important is, what's up next for upending Parkinson's? What's up next for the work you're doing? And again, if we shared it, but how can everyone continue to support the work you're doing?
We're continuing to expand locations. I know we could expand slightly faster than we are expanding, but I'm trying to, of the locations we have, make sure they're doing well and they're stable, so that people are joining the groups. We have them in all corners of the United States and internationally too. You kind of mentioned that. I helped somebody in Netherlands actually start a nonprofit. It's called Park Climb Sun, and they now have 6
That's cool.
locations.
I like
Yeah,
it.
I'm hoping to go visit them actually this September, but. So we're trying to, make our programs we have running big groups of people with great volunteers, possibly meet more frequently, and make those programs the best they can be, and continuing to expand locations. I think research will happen again at some point, but it's not going to happen this year or probably next year. But we'll do more research unless it falls in my lap along with a grant for it.
We would
um,
love to have you in South Florida, and Tim welcomes you in New Jersey.
Yeah.
yeah, we have a couple in New Jersey. We need more though.
The only thing climbing in New Jersey is the gas prices.
Oh, yep, everywhere, right? That's
And my
great.
heart attack when the taxi driver is driving me around. That's another. Well, I really appreciate again your time and joining us today. Of course, after the show ends doesn't mean this conversation's over. I hope everyone will support all the work that you're doing, Molly, and everyone in your organization. And again, I'd still want to see a picture, even without AI, of Tim climbing a mountain someday. So
One
I'm going to
day.
hold him to it. But I wanted to send the show back now to my brother in advocacy, Tim, to give his, I think it's the world famous all-star PD sportscast quote of the day.
All right. So in closing, I found a climber named Greg Child, and he said, somewhere between the top and the bottom of the climb is the answer to the mystery of why you climbed. That's like life, especially with Parkinson's. It might happen day one, it might not ever happen, but somewhere along that battle, you're going to find out what you're made of. I imagine Molly will say that's like climbing a mountain or climbing a wall. You might not know why you started. You might not know how long it's going to take to get there, but at somewhere during that climb, you're going to realize what you're made of. And I think that's that. It's not even the finish. It's what went into the finish, and that's kind of like the fight with Parkinson's. You're going to have strength that you didn't even realize you have.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I want to thank you again, Molly. And I think every show we need a T-shirt with all of Tim's quotes. So I'll be the first one wearing it. But again, really honored to be able to advocate with you again, and excited to see you again soon at World Parkinson Congress. I hope everyone listening will be there. Come say hi. And I'm gonna again, hopefully we could go at least for a minute live with Tim, and he'll still be. He's always a part of my heart there with me, no matter where I am or what I'm doing. And just again, what an honor to be able to share the work you're doing, Molly. Thank you so much again.
Thank you,
Thank
Mom.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah, great talking to you guys.
You too, and thank you, of course, Tim, for all the work, energy, and the beautiful photography behind me. And also want to thank our beautiful audience. Without you, there's no reason to have this show. So as long as you're fighting, you can be sure we will be fighting right by your side. This has been another episode of the All-Star PD Sportscast with my amazing co-host, Tim Locker, my PD party. Please go to Instagram and all social media and follow and support him. You can find me at togetherforsharon.com or live in Arizona. I'm going to have a video soon, but look for the 6'2" blonde hair guy with a giant purple shirt, and everything will be purple. But this is a show where we discuss the world of sports and slowing the progression of Parkinson's disease. We love you, and we'll see you very soon. And remember, you're never alone in this fight. Thanks, everyone.
Love you guys. Thank you.